track at the end of the shot. So,
computer tracker, yeah. Sure, why not?
I think most importantly to me, I want this shot to look like...
It's pretty fun. I mean, it's very John Wick, but it's like...
That's a good thing.
Fun. It's just...
Yeah, you don't need that account. So I'll register.
And spray!
Action! Whoa! And cop car. Whoa! He jumps over the cop car and he's bombing down the street. Ben's home free.
Yeah, sure. Salad you up. Hold on, we do this.
No press.
Wow. Cheers. Thank you. Welcome to
Yes. Welcome to Grits.
Welcome to Grits. Whoa. Man. Hello. It's funny.
You big flower!
Get ready.
They hit my card. Target, I just bought it. Very exciting street. I know.
It all happens today.
Of course it does. Welcome to the neighborhood. Game's bad.
I can already tell I don't like it, but see, I'm panning. I don't like it. We should track. Ben and Meal were parallel. They should parallel.
Yeah, I'll go slower.
Very quiet, please. And roll camera, roll sound.
It's unusual for common burglars to suffocate their victims.
I don't think they did it on purpose.
You don't think?
She had the flu. She was too congested to breathe through her nose, and they duct taped her mouth tight. Asphyxiation is what the coroner's report said. Asphyxiation.
How would you describe your marriage, Mr. Grady?
Fine. We were happy, I think.
Your neighbor said you'd been arguing for a few months.
We had our issues. Everybody has issues.
Wait, Tina, retake that. I wasn't sucking in.
I don't care if I die tonight, or tomorrow, or in a week. I already have a legacy that will outlive me. I don't have anyone who needs me, and I love someone.
Yep.
Anyway, enough of that.
It was a good try.
It was a good try.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't hate me yet.
You were brave, which I think is awesome. That's really what matters.
And they cleared it up so fucking fast, man.
Yeah, exactly. I could tell it went quick.
Yeah.
It was a brave move.
And like, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
We're not waiting on us.
No, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're good.
Let me keep it a little bit.
Basically, I was shooting today.
Yeah.
Get it all out of the system.
All along, go to Japan.
Go to France. Go to China. Go to China. Do all of it.
Do all of the things.
Lives around our third date.
Yep.
Yeah. That I decided to show I was serious. And we were walking back to our car. And I asked her, do you believe in life after love? And she turned around. And she walked back to me. And she said, are you quoting Cher?
I mean, loser. Nerd. Are you kidding me with that?
The point being that we were only 3 dates in, and I was willing to say the L word.
Oh no, I'm wondering what you're doing. Making it a little defined. Yeah, we're about 5 minutes. That's really on speed a little bit. Oh wait, I'm gonna get you in the shot. Hold on. There we go. Tatooine. Rowan, you kind of look like Vader right now. Rebecca, can you wave one more time? Hi. Don't come any closer. Don't.
Sarah wanted me to believe in things. And I believe in this. I'll show you. And if it doesn't work, at least I'll know you. It's the oldest trick in the book, J.H. It'll pull me away.
I won't, I swear. I just want to hug my brother.
Hey Grant, can you do my pose where you put your hands in the air? Like.
Yes, that's. This is obviously. What did you think I was talking about?
No, I thought you were joking. Or.
You thought I was joking?
And cut. That was good. That was tense. It was funny. It was vaudeville. It was authentic.
Yeah.
We got it.
Oh no, that means we're done.
We got that.
All right then. Then this is a picture up on Raina Hardesty. And that is a picture up on Grant Rosenmeyer. And that is a wrap of Secret Art of Human Flight.
Hey everybody, happy Friday, and welcome to the Secret Art All-Star Special, where we get to celebrate the release of our film, The Secret Art of Human Flight. I'm H.P. Mendoza, director, editor, and composer of the film.
And I'm Grant Rosenmeyer. I play Ben Grady in The Secret Art of Human Flight, and I produced the thing.
And I am Tina Carboni, one of the producers on The Secret Art of Human Flight.
And we have a lot of the cast and crew in chat right now. But for those of you who don't know what The Secret Art of Human Flight is, here's a little taste.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the world anymore. I find myself awake all night staring at screens, reading and scrolling past horrible headline after horrible headline, and I'm just always so afraid. Are you afraid?
Are you ready to leave this world behind? Are you tired of life as you know it? Welcome. Bienvenidos. Bienvenue. Benvenuto and yokoso. I am Mealworm. What you're about to do defies everything we've been conditioned to believe is possible.
I'm teaching myself how to fly.
You're learning how to fly?
Yes, how to fly!
You hate heights. You get vertigo at the top floor of the mall.
How are you so sure this is gonna work?
And then it's just Tina sipping coffee. That's the most Tina image we could have landed on.
I have my mega pint of iced coffee. Just harsh, black, iced Americano, just espresso and ice.
I'm the same way. I drink it black. Once in a while, I sweeten it.
I'm sweet enough, baby. Just
No, I mostly drink black, but if I do sweeten it, I use real sugar. None of this artificial junk.
bad for you either way, I think.
What's that?
It's bad for you. I think it gives you cancer, but it doesn't make you shake. So
Totally. All I know is God made Adam and Evia, not Adam and Stevia.
That was.
Oh, you did not. You did not do that.
You guys, this is the original crew in the house. Us three.
Yeah, we were the skeleton crew.
Yeah. There was not yesterday, but the day before, I think. I wanted to send it to you and then I got busy and I didn't, and it's on Time Hop, so I'd have to go back and like find it. But it was 3 years ago, and it was the picture that the three of us took in the window. We put the phone and we took it on my little watch thing, and we were like in the window. So I have to find it on my actual stuff and send it over and be like, this was us 3 years ago, because it was a really cute picture.
Tina, could you hey Tina, could you if you find the picture, I can screen share it.
Yeah. That was also 3 years ago to this week.
3 years ago. Okay, so while Tina finds that picture, let's back up a tiny bit more. Grant, how did you come across The Secret Art of Human Flight?
It just happened. It like I know it's weird. It just happened. It was like I was going about my business. It was peak COVID, summer of 2020, and a script like fell from the sky. It felt like, and it was this one. And it was just so beautiful and moving and funny and poignant. And I just had to do it. I didn't want to do it. I had to do it. And then it just became my life's goal, mission, work to put it together and find the partner, the right people, the right partners to help put it together. Tina, Ben, HP, Paul, everybody, you know, and just one piece at a time every day. And the next thing you know, you're in Massachusetts in a house that you've rented.
You mean this house?
That house.
This is on just, yeah, it came up on Time Hop, but I have all my pictures.
That's day one of prep. That we had just arrived. There was all the original furniture. The place was barely staged. It belonged to a family up in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And both parents had passed away over COVID. And these two sisters that we spoke to, these two lovely women, were in possession of the house and they were trying to sell it. And we told them about the film, and they were very moved even just by the idea of the film. And they let us take their house, not just for filming, but also for a month of prep. So we lived there in that house. That was our home for really 2 months.
Yeah, we were at the house, the three of us, for probably almost a week, I guess. That very first week getting into Massachusetts and being at the house and actually sitting on the floor and eating Wendy's and fast food because you know, indie filmmaking.
Do you remember that one picture of us? That picture. Oh my God, our diets were terrible.
Hey.
Look at the, do you see the, I dribbled. If you look at my shirt here, I must have dribbled soda.
I see that. I see that.
Like, what a slob. You look so cute. Look how cute you are, though.
Oh, both of us. Both of us. Look at that. We're like
we're
like a couple of kids just like planning our, you know, our little shoot with our little, like, oh, that's Wendy's.
That's Wendy's.
Yeah, that's right. It's Wendy's.
I love Wendy's. You guys humored me a lot. And there's the guitar in the background. There's the guitar that Paul plays as Mealworm. That's my guitar, actually.
It was a good time. Yeah, but we really got to bond that week. I remember you guys playing musical instruments and coming up with like some song ideas and just yeah, there was a lot of creative process happening, just the three of us sitting there. There was also a lot of, you know, strange mishaps and finding out news that set me in a spiral and Grant trying to figure things out.
That's the scariest time. Week one of prep is maybe the worst of any film, and then it comes together and then it falls apart, and then it comes together and it falls apart. But yeah, week one of prep is so weird and scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but in this case, we were all still in lockdown, so like the world was weird and scary, and everybody felt like they were in the state of limbo. Even while planning this film, while we were all in our respective towns. So week one, it was scary, but I welcomed it because it felt like something.
Exactly. Yeah, it felt like something, and also it was the first time that the three of us were all in the same room. You know, we had been. Was that the first time? No, it was the second time you met Tina in person, because the first time was a month earlier when you came to LA, and that was the first time that you, me, Ben, Tina, and Paul all sat down and had that read through of our scenes for the first time and thought, oh my God, we might really have something here.
I think I'm going to try to beat the clock and use this time to take a short break. I just want to remind everyone that we're going to be doing some cast reactions to our behind the scenes footage with Grant and Tina here, but also with the third PJ, producer Ben Wiesner, and actors Lucy DeVito, Nican Robinson, Sendhil Ramamurthy, Maggie Grace, and Academy Award nominee Paul Raci. So be sure to stick around for that. But first, I want to show a couple of trailers, starting with the newest movie by City Hill Arts, who worked in association with Florida Hill to make our film, to make Secret Art of Human Flight. And it's a film produced by Jonathan Lim and Steve Wegner, and that film is in theaters right now, and it's called My Penguin Friend. See you guys in a bit.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hello.
Wait.
Why is a penguin in our home?
It needs our help. Look at this oil on you. Don't move. I will get you clean.
It's a penguin. His name should be Ding Ding. They always find their way back. Same nest, same mates.
Are you okay? You did the best for the penguin.
For Dim. He's so friendly. He went right in.
Do they normally do that?
I like you. Hand me a tag, please.
Dim? Maria, look at that.
He's back? Are you hungry?
Of course.
I think the whole world would be interested in the story of you and Dim.
You have to see this. 4 million views. He's famous.
That's incredible. It's one of ours.
The last couple of years, he showed up in June. He comes and goes as he pleases.
He's always so happy to see Sean.
The little penguin travels 5,000 miles every year to visit his friend.
You know the penguin? We have decided to take him here at the university to study his human interactions.
Where is Din?
I have to find him.
You and Dim have quite a friendship.
Is he your pet?
Not my pet. He's my friend.
Somebody to lean on.
To die. To sleep. To dream.
This is a clemency hearing for your conviction, 25 to life. Since you've been in custody, you've been involved in a theater program.
Gentlemen, let's go. It's been a program that was established to help people get more in touch with their feelings and truly get some rehabilitation.
I am Gladiator Goliath. I am Spartacus.
I'm Prince Hamlet of Denmark.
And it's turned into something of, I don't know, wonderful.
What part do you play?
From time to time I do act, like we all do.
So are you acting at all during this interview?
We here to become human again and enjoy the things that is not in our reality.
I think you guys are becoming real with each other, vulnerable.
Listen, I already know what you're doing, know who you are, what you about, bro.
What?
You don't get to tell me what I need in prison. You don't get to do that. And don't bring me in those dark corners no more.
The world expects brothers like you and I to walk in with our heads held down. Nah, what you gotta walk in like a king. Everything is yours.
I'm divine now.
Yeah.
This is my theater.
Now give him some love, give him some love.
Go to your most perfect spot. Do you hear anything? Are you with somebody? Are you outside? Hold that feeling.
You gotta admit that I murdered that Hamlet scene, bro. Shakespeare is in his grave right now. He rolled over.
You did your thing, beloved.
begins again. Today.
Paul, how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Good. Do you remember our first conversation?
Not really.
You said, I just watched Bitter Melon and I thought it was beautiful, but the problem is you can't afford me. And that's when I reminded you that I'm not a producer, I'm the director, a creative who's in the same boat as you. So what was it that made you jump on board?
I don't know. I liked the script when I read it. I thought it was interesting. I don't remember saying you can't afford me because my management team, which I just gotten, told me not to do the movie.
Oof, yeah, my agents told me not to do the movie too.
And see, now here's the thing. I'm starting to see what they were talking about. I was coming off this nomination and heading on my way to do this Jennifer Lopez movie, if you recall.
The Mother.
Mother. And it was like a legitimate paycheck, or like my first time ever, like, wow, this was really cool. Nice. The way I always thought it would be. And then, but I had a couple of weeks before then, and I'm thinking to myself, why not? I think you should do this.
Totally. My manager at the time had to push back on my agent saying, look, it's not a lot of money, but HP really wants to do this. And, fast forward to now, and I look at the end product.
Totally. Absolutely.
Man, if only A3 still existed, like I wonder what they'd think of the end product.
But hey, look, man. But the end product, I think, is a good movie that deserves a shot, and mostly because of you and what you did with it musically, what you did with it editing wise.
Thank you, Paul. And I personally feel like a lot of the movie's success is due to your performance as Mealworm, and I'd love for you to share with everyone what your inspiration was for the character of Mealworm.
Okay. Mealworm, it comes from a church I was attending, the 𝘂𝐵𝗱 International Spiritual Center in the middle of LA, Culver City, a huge mega church, 80% black, 20% white. The choir was filled up with all colors of people. The white guys wore dashikis. I was like, where am I? What the fuck is going on? Ministers, two black guys, a Reverend Beckwith and a Reverend Nirvana. And they wore these, Nirvana wore these long flowing gowns, like Nefertiti from Ten Commandments, Yul Brynner, that kind of thing. Really regal, or a yellow suit. And Beckwith, he'd wear something similar. And they were very charismatic characters.
Yeah, I'll bet. I mean, you'd have to, right? You'd have to be a spiritual leader.
Totally. And I was, my wife and I was in the 90s. We were looking for a spiritual anchor because I was trying to be an actor, and I was failing. I was just not getting, I thought I was a series regular. I thought I was a movie guy, character actor. Nothing was happening. I was getting one-liners. So you fall into this international spiritual center where everything is God. All there is God. Don't you know that God is omnipresent? It's everything. It's you. It's this. It's that. It's my dick. Everything is God. And you're like, you fall into that, and then they had a practitioner corps there where you could take these lessons for a year or 2 years, and you graduate and you become a spiritual practitioner where people could sit with you and get wisdom from you, or they'll pray with you. So I was into that, totally into it. And it's not that they do this for free, these practitioners. They do it for like, it's got to be $40, 60, 90, 100, 125 an hour. And that also, I was brand new in LA, and I'm going to these parties, and I'm meeting these people in LA. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm meeting these guys that are called life coaches. And for 40 or 60 or 100, 150, you sit with them and they give you their inner thoughts about you. Now, come on. I know you know what I'm talking about, but all these life coaches, guess what? They're all actors.
Of course. Of course they are.
What the fuck? But this international spiritual center was they had music to die for, very emotional, gospel-like, and I fell into it, became a practitioner there. And Reverend Nirvana, that's who Mealworm is. This guy who just looked like he had all the answers. However, when I started to work for the church as a sign language interpreter. I took over one of the alcohol ministries. I was like this addiction ministry guy. Dude, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was into it. And I find out that the guys that I looked up to that were the leaders of this church were drug dealers in the past.
Drug dealers in the past, so not anymore.
Not anymore. They were on that path right now. But that's where they came from. So that's why I thought Mealworm is perfect. He's trying his best. God damn it. He's giving it a shot. He knows what's right and knows what's wrong. He's been to jail. He's got it, but he knows what's right. He's doing the best he can. That's why I love the guy. He's so fucking flawed, HP.
He had to be flawed. That's what makes him human.
Yeah. So that's exactly who he's from.
And frankly, that's why he ironically turns out to be the most grounded character in the film, which ironically gives the film its magic, 𝘬𝘁. And I want to thank you for sharing your story tonight. You know, I think you're a tremendous performer that just elevates anything you're in.
Dude, I love you. I trust you. And you're a real artist. So love it. Love it very much.
You're here for the cast reactions, right?
Of course.
Great. We're going to get back to Tina Carboni and Grant Rosenmeyer after this clip with Paul Raci in The Secret Art of Human Flight.
See you soon, HP.
Thank God vegetable week is over.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to make a list of all your deepest fears.
What?
Don't worry, it's for later.
How'd you figure this out?
Family recipe. I added the barbecue sauce.
I mean, how'd you figure out how to fly?
I wasn't trying to fly.
You lost someone too, didn't you?
I stepped off the ledge 4 times, but something kept putting me back at the top. By the 4th attempt, I chose life.
Are you leaving? Mealworm. If you'd like to sleep inside tonight, I have a spare bed.
That's very kind of you. But my place is with Sally.
Hey, so we're back, and I was just asking about the timeline. Tina, you were saying how long was it? Just us 3 in that house before anyone else showed up?
I want to say it was like a few days to a week, because we got there the 6th of this, or the 8th. It was like the 8th, I think, of August. You came in that day. We came and grabbed you.
So I want to ask about our director of photography, Marcus Menser. How long before Marcus showed up?
Marcus got in, I'll tell you probably exactly when Marcus got in. I think he was there on.
Do you remember what happened when we picked him up from the airport?
Yeah, we got pulled over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we get pulled over?
We sure did. We sure did.
Yeah, it was really late. And it was like, you were in the back seat. I remember you were in the back seat. And we got pulled over in Albany.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we got pulled over on the road back from, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and I shot video from the back seat. Check it out.
If we'd gone into Massachusetts, they wouldn't see that I'm a sex offender. I don't know. It's crazy. I would.
Licensed mechanic, mail in, and it'll get dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
Otherwise, your court date's going to be next month, 5 p.m., town of Lebanon. Do everything to mail you plead guilty or not guilty. But I suggest you get a fax, mail it in, and it'll get dismissed, all right? These are the instructions. Read it over.
Great.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Drive safe.
Thank you.
We had places to be. We had things to do.
Poor Marcus didn't have his clothes. First night in Massachusetts, and we get pulled over.
Wait, did that really, did he not, did he lose his bags?
The airline misplaced his clothes.
Oh my God, I forgot that part. Oh.
But he was so chill about it. We had our sushi, drove back to the camp and hit the ground running.
I just loved I don't know, it should be, the director and the DP should always just be joined at the hip for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Only good things will happen for the film.
Yeah, it was great to run around and basically shoot the film using an iPhone in the actual location. But I had to play all the characters.
Y'all would just run through and be in the kitchen and then running through here, and then you'd be around us and you'd be like behind me and be like, the shot be like this, and like Marcus be over there doing his thing, and you had your phone, you guys were figuring out all the shots, and then you'd run up the stairs and out of the room, and we'd be like, it was like a family. It was like literally like having toddlers running around, teenagers running around in the house.
And I wonder how many people on set actually got to see, because these photos got put into a schedule and shot list for everyone to see, but I don't know if everyone got to see it. So I made a little something. Hang on. I don't care about the money. You don't care about $750,000. I don't care about the sales or the house. You don't think I did this, do you? Okay, I'm gonna shut this down. Why are we all the same person? Tell me how you're feeling. Bad. You feel bad. I feel bad. That's good. I'm hungry. Of course you're hungry. I'm hungry. We're all the same person. Gloria, find your patience. Sorry. And we're going to take another quick break to see some trailers of the films we did before we all met on Secret Art, starting with a film whose director of photography was Marcus Menser, director of photography on The Secret Art of Human Flight. And that film is Clara's Ghost. See you all in a bit.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
If there's someone here with us, please make a noise. Any noise will do. Oh. What? Oh, God! Did you hear that? Something's with us.
Do you know anything about the woman who lived in this house?
She was the crazy one, right?
Crazy how?
They sent her to a mental institution.
I've been seeing this woman around. She seems to go wherever I go.
Maybe you guys could be friends.
I think that would be weird at this point.
Let me in.
Oh, God, please tell me he's not sending you poetry on Facebook.
They're all making fun of you! Stop making fun of me!
Let's go down and blow our minds in Toyland. In Toyland, land.
sick. She's not well.
In Toyland land. In Toyland.
Act really cool. Just act cool.
I've got two
Persons with disabilities.
2 persons with disabilities and a blind guy.
Visually impaired.
Visually impaired, gentlemen?
I'm 24 years old. Besides my mouth, about the only other thing that works on my body is my junk. I need to know what sex is going to be like for me. What if I told you there was a place for guys like us to get seriously laid?
It's...
This guy told me about a place up in Montreal that caters to people like us.
Welcome to the Chateau Pasadena. Come as you are.
If we're gonna do this, let's do it.
I could use a field trip. Looks like a road trip.
Sam, the driver, is a woman.
We can't do this with a woman. I'm not going to a brothel with a woman.
Well, it's too late to cancel.
I'm Mo. This... Well, she's friendly.
It's my parents.
Toss it out the window. They can track us. It's the cost of freedom.
Mo, yeah.
Throw my phone out.
Do it! It's my SIM card. I throw out my SIM card.
Fuck, that's a better idea.
So stupid.
I want all the cards on the table right now or we won't go anywhere.
You don't get it, but guys like us, we have a tough time with women. We're just, virgins.
If you want me in the room, that's gonna be extra.
What room?
Yeah.
In the room with the hooker.
Mo! You had one thing not to say, and you said it.
Spent a lot of time feeling like I was on the outside of stuff. And ever since we all started hanging out, it just feels different, like I'm included.
To our road trip. No. To our pilgrimage. And to the bevy of beauties awaiting us at Le Chateau Paradis. To our boners!
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Mo, stop! What are you, blind?
Mo, tell Lisa about that video we did about how to talk with a Filipino accent.
Seriously, that could go viral.
No one even knows what a Filipino is.
Oh, everyone knows at least one, and they all expect us to know each other.
Well, don't we though?
Did you get drunk last night? I just had a couple drinks, that's it. Troy got drunk.
Thank you. Troy Santos, thank you very much. Go get lit.
Yeah, when he's getting all crouching tiger on the baby.
Be careful, honey.
What? There's no danger.
Yeah, he's worse when he's drunk.
Mina, how many times have I told you not to run in the house?
Hold on, Troy. Let someone else do the talking for a moment.
Does Troy hit you?
Call the police!
Troy, easy, man.
That's enough.
You getting Shelly, man?
Why don't we kill Troy?
Declan, that's sick. How would we do it?
You know this looks bad, right? What next?
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You knew we were gonna kill him?
No, I was just playing along. I'm actually pretty shocked right now.
Is this part of that whole cycle of violence you keep going on about? Show me how you're gonna end it. Do it! Do it!
When people say they want apologies, they don't want apologies. They want blood. All right, we're back with Grant Rosenmeyer and Tina Carboni, 2 of the 3 PGA producers on set. Grant, let's talk about the team. Who were the 3 boots on the ground producers?
So there was the 3 on the ground producers were Tina and Ben and myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
And when you say Ben, you're talking about Benjamin Wiesner. Who is Benjamin Wiesner?
Who is Ben Wiesner? 4 years on, and I'm still trying to understand the foundation of Ben Wiesner.
He's the 𝘬𝘗𝘗 of the set.
He's the 𝘬𝘗𝘗𝘁 of the set. Ben, so everybody's got their superpowers. Tina's superpower is the crew and the set. Very much the crew and the set. Making sure everybody has what they need, making sure that morale is high at all times. And she's kind of like set older sister. Like maybe if 𝘕𝘗s, I'm having trouble with
𝘕𝘗s are amazing line producer / co-producer.
Hey 𝘕𝘗s.
Hey 𝘕𝘗s. And,
what up, 𝘕𝘗sy?
She was such a thank God for �𝘗s.
I'm having trouble if they're both the moms, or if 𝘕𝘗s was the set mom, or Tina was the set sister. Basically, like they're the camp counselors. I feel like they're the camp counselors,
which seems to be in line with Tina's need to bring forth a culture of kindness on set. Tina, you want to talk about the culture of kindness?
So a culture of kindness, and it's not just film. I try to do this in my everyday life. I think we've talked about this. I've talked about this to many people. Everybody sees the same Tina. I don't have different faces, which again probably makes me not as strong as a like person in the industry, because I know you're supposed to be schmoozy and have like that. I can get you. I have $14 million for your next film. Say, I don't know what that accent is, but you know what I mean.
Say.
But like they all see the same Tina. They always have. My parents see the same Tina that everybody is seeing right now. My, best friends see the same Tina, and people on set see the same Tina. I try to just be as transparent as humanly possible, and to really bring that to everybody else so that everybody feels like they know what's going on. We're all on the same page. That should be, I don't know, that's the way I like to live. And I also like to live by that whole like, hey, treat others as you like to be treated. So I feel like if I treat people like that, maybe they'll go forth and treat others like that too. That was my bad Catholic, I'm a bad Catholic. I grew up Catholic. So it was like, you treat people a certain way, and you're supposed to get that back in the world. And then there's also, be the kindness you want to see in the world, be the change you want to see in the world, whatever you want to say. It's just, if you can be somebody at the top, hell, even if you can be somebody at the bottom that shows kindness, like maybe it'll grow up too, but it does trickle down. And I think that a lot of this industry is very, very toxic, and it feeds off a toxic energy where people are, they're trying to get ahead, they're trying to succeed. And I totally understand that, but I also believe in a space where, there's enough success for everybody.
You don't have to fuck people over to survive. That's a 𝘖𝘗 book. But I wholeheartedly agree. There's a weird scarcity model that people apply to success, and bringing that culture of abundance onto set makes it so everyone has ownership. Like, do you remember how much the entire team wanted to get that one shot of the Winnebago through the window reflection? That's testament to the culture you provide. I've been on many sets where you could barely feel the soul of the film. I'd like to think that we created a soulful set.
That is the collaboration of filmmaking, and it shined in that moment in every way. Like, it's so perfect. Yeah, so I'm really glad we got to do that. And I know that was like one of those nights where we're like, we're getting behind, and yet everybody wanted to be there. And you don't usually see that. Like, people are usually like, all right, yeah, like let's just go. Like, we don't really care that much. But no, people like fought to get that shot. You fought to get that shot. I know Rowan wanted to get that shot. So yeah, it just felt like it could have all been totally scrapped, and it could have gone totally against us. But instead, because of everybody being who they were and loving what they were doing and wanting to show something really great, it just came together and was like, man, it was so incredible.
I think that's why I like that Film Threat review that calls the film a work of genius, because when someone calls me a genius, I don't know. But when someone calls the work a work of genius, I can say, yeah, we all worked really hard to make something that resonated.
Yeah, it's a collective. You are a genius, though, by the way.
We are going to segue to this.
Have you ever had somebody call you a genius to your face?
Have I had someone call me a genius to my face? You mean like besides Paul? Yeah, but here's the thing. It's funny because I think my family tried to coax some inner genius out of me because they believed me to be some academic whiz kid. But I've been fighting that for decades. Like screw that. I like talking to real people. I like being with real people, sounding like real people, talking real speak. And I've always said to everybody around me that there are no lone geniuses, but I want to tack on to that by saying that whenever someone has called me a genius, like in real time, like in conversation, I'm only ever called a genius after I've stated something that they already knew to be true, but weren't used to hearing so explicitly. Because intellectual society has trained us that certain concepts that, they go without saying. Like everyone's so afraid of being obvious, as if to say, don't say it in a way everybody can understand. Why would you do that? Those people over there are dumb. We don't like them. So, I think there's a power to saying the thing that you believe to be true. Okay, think about when the Defense of Marriage Act was overturned in 2022. Previous campaigns were all about rights and fighting for rights and how I deserve the same rights as a straight person, and the messaging was working off of the supposition that we all agreed that homophobia is wrong, right? And it was assumed. It went without saying. It goes without saying, right? And then Proposition 8 passed in California. Suddenly, gay marriage was illegal. And it wasn't until the phrase "love is love" started being bandied about that people everywhere were like, wow, you know what? You're right. This is about love. Why are we voting on who loves who? Love is love. Wow, what a genius sentiment. And then the Defense of Marriage Act was repealed, and whoever came up with the phrase "love is love" made a ton of money in t-shirt sales because they said the thing. They said the thing that everyone knows to be true, but just never said it explicitly. So we're all geniuses. I might just be speaking my truth in ways that are more authentic to who I am than for someone else. But we all have the capacity to unlock that genius within us as long as we find that truth that no one is saying, because if these important things, these important concepts go without saying, then they never get said. So speak your truth, amaze all the people around you. Let's be a genius.
We're a together genius.
I think true genius is just knowing that you have to surround yourself with as much genius as possible wherever you can find it, and you're just going to look good. So that's why I was like, we need HP, we need HP, we need Marcus, we need I think the Vanishing Angle guys are geniuses. They know what they're doing. I just want to work with that.
Grant, Tina, I think it's time.
Okay.
Okay, let me move to a different room.
But first, we're going to take a quick break to see some footage from the Tribeca premiere, courtesy of Alex Helisek's Breezeway Productions.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm premiering my new film, The Secret Art of Human Flight. My first time at Tribeca. I've been doing film for a long time, but it's my first time premiering at Tribeca. Big deal for me. The script came to me by way of Grant Rosenmeyer, who is the lead actor and the lead producer. The script was written by a guy named Jesse Orenshine. And this is the first movie I directed that I didn't write. Everything I direct is self-written, is always about like queer issues or Asian people, so this has neither. Because I didn't write it, and it's great. It was great for me to actually touch something that wasn't mine, because it filled me with so much confidence, because I feel like every film I've done for the past 20 years since I've written it, it fills me with this sort of like double anxiety, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I know I did a good job directing it. Is it a good script? And with this, I got this and I knew it was good right away. So I'm like, okay, so then it just fills it, and it filled everybody with confidence. And the truth is, this was a big pandemic production. We shot this during the pandemic. We had a COVID officer, we had COVID officers, plural, and all of us were just kind of starved for connection. And the movie, I think, ultimately is about finding connection.
In closing, is there anything you'd like to say to the Tribeca Film Festival for the acceptance this year?
I'm sorry, say it one more time?
What would you like to say to the Tribeca Film Festival for the acceptance?
Thank you. It's been a long time, but I think it happened at the right time. Because I don't know if I would have been able to handle this any earlier, so thank you.
Tell me about the suit. The suit looks fantastic.
Yeah, the suit was made for me for the Academy Awards, which was the year of the pandemic. We had the virus, so I couldn't wear it anywhere. So now I'm wearing it today. Okay?
What did you love most about playing a guru?
Everything. Because when I was very needy, looking for a career, trying to build a career as an actor, I was going to spiritual gurus, trying to make it happen, like trying to, and nothing worked until I just let go. And that's really what the theme of this movie is, letting go. And once you do that, really, for real, then things start to happen. Oh, Jesus, I can't tell you how true that is. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I love this movie.
So I play Sarah, who is Ben's recently deceased wife. It was kind of the catalyst of his whole journey of this film. I loved how relaxed and grounded the whole experience was shooting, because like we did all of my stuff on an iPhone because it was all flashback. It was all just meant to be like Ben and Sarah intimate moments. So it really felt so natural and calm, everything that we did with my character. And I got to sing. That was fun.
I play Grady's brother-in-law. I'm a police officer. I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't harm himself.
What was the most important thing that you learned when you had to play a police officer?
That everybody has a bit of humanity, you know, and the best way to help someone is to actually look at their humanity and try to make sure that they feel good about themselves. It's not about cracking down on anything. It's really just about trying to find a common ground to help. Because everybody at some point in time needs help, and if you're there to give it, you do so.
I play Detective Reyes, so my character is the person who believes that this man has killed his wife and is determined to nail him for it and ruin his life, basically. Without giving too much away, there was one scene in particular that I'm a big Hitchcock fan, and there was one scene that it just felt very Hitchcocky to me, the way HP was directing it. So that I think was the most exciting, like being able to play a role, to be able to have the opportunity to play a character in a sort of Hitchcock type situation after growing up watching Hitchcock films and loving and always saying, I wish I could be in a film like that.
The movie's called The Secret Art of Human Flight. I really can't wait for people to see it because it's just it's just so unlike anything. And once you're building something and you get the cast and you get the crew and everybody brings their own unique little spin to it, and you're just the guy that kind of sent the ball into the air and let all these amazing people play. So it's wonderful. It's a very rewarding and great thing. And then ultimately, I get final cut, so that's nice too.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the Tribeca Film Festival for the selection this year?
Thank you. Please have us back.
Aww. Oh, the house.
That house did us really well, actually.
23. No, we shouldn't say the address, should we?
Yeah,
It's new owners. It's fine.
Sure, they'd love that.
Paul, did you ever meet the ghost in the house?
You guys talked about him, but I never met him, no.
So this was all before you showed up. This was like the lead up to. What'd you think when you first got there? What was going through your head?
I was just happy to be there. I was impressed that you guys were progressing, and you had all. When I got there, you guys were already like, look at this.
You guys voguing?
Always dance party.
There was a lot of dancing on set. I love that.
We ended up with 3 tropical storms during pre-production, backing up the entire toilet, causing all of our gear to almost get shitted on.
Now this is one of my favorite memories. Finding the street, blocking this crazy car chase, and then it actually happened. We actually got the police to come and do this with us. That was really fun.
Oh, is this Grant's first grit?
Oh, what?
My first grits, made by Ben.
My 7-month-old has had grits.
He'd never had grits.
Again, so good. So good.
Whoa! That moment there with the stairs, that really shocked me, and I thought, that will shock the audience too.
And it does. Every time we watch it with people, it does. They all get the,
What?
Oh,
Marcus.
I really wanted to bring that air of what I've experienced in LA with all these mystics and manifestation experts. And they're not. They're guys like me. I'm just fucking grabbing for straws and making a buck. But there are a couple of real people, but you have to wade through them out here. That reminds me of people just looking for that relief, that grief relief. And that's what mealworm is.
Very quiet, please. Oh, shooting Rosa. Look at Rosa.
Rosa.
This scene was exciting.
Good.
So good. HP, I love how you shot this scene because It was like a 6-page scene or something, a 6 or 7-page scene. There's so much to get through.
9.
But the 9? This was a 9-page scene.
If you count the scene we cut with you on the stairs saying, "I'm ready to talk."
Yeah.
Wow. And we got through this day so quickly, and it was such a testament to your abilities because the actors just came in, we knew what we needed to do, you knew exactly where you wanted to put the cameras.
Oh my God, I actually was just talking about this. You know, people always say, what's the best role you ever did? And I'm like, sometimes it's not the best role, but sometimes it's what I had the most fun doing. And I remember this job came, and I said this to HP. I got this job and another job at the same time, and my agents were like, "You're gonna have to let go of the film because we need to take the job with more money." And I was like, "I really want to do this film." And I loved that because of the whole pandemic that we had to stay on that campground.
And also playing foosball every night.
That's the best part.
Talking all the shit.
I got absolutely destroyed on that foosball table.
I just love the intimacy of working on this particular production because the house was only, I don't know, maybe 1,400 square feet. So it created a really intimate environment. We couldn't have a huge crew for this.
Hey.
Hey, this is my wife.
So emotional.
Yeah, you remember the scene?
Yeah, of course.
This was actor camp.
It was the beginning. I can't really fake the cry. So like I was definitely like, there was a moment, I don't know if you remember, Grant, where we were all just kind of goofing around and I was just like, I can't be with you guys right now. At that point, you're just kind of like able to go into your corner while everyone else is hustling, you know, and just like, I'm ready when they are kind of thing, which is the best way to be as opposed to having it be sprung on you.
Oh, there we are in the kitchen.
Tina dancing.
Great.
Tina's just gonna dance.
Into it.
Look at Tina just jamming out.
Do you only have
Maggie?
any dancing is really the question.
Is
Am
that
I
so
ever
bad?
Do
not?
anything other than dancing is
But it
really
was
the
just,
question.
look at how happy it makes everybody. Like people.
One of my favorite things about working with Tina as a producer is that her whole thing is energy, 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 good vibes on set, pace, and making everybody feel really warm and welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love to be a set mom.
Yeah, mom authenticity for sure. I just remember trying to make the kitchen more cluttered and have lots of business because no mom can just cross the room. You have to like cross the room moving 5 things.
I remember all of a sudden, right before we started shooting the scene, like the first take, I started to get really nervous for some reason.
Nervous?
And like I could feel like my hair kind of like coming down from the weight of sweat coming over my ear. And I think it's actually in the take that you chose. Like my hair is like sticking off there. It's sticking off to the side because I was so hot, and that's me wiping sweat off my nose. Because I don't know, I got like this nervous attack right before we started shooting the scene.
Nervous? It's just crazy to me to think that you'd be nervous. You're like the picture. Well, you're not just the picture of calmness, but you're super photogenic already.
That is the most handsomest man I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. He's too good looking. Get him out of here.
he's
Too good. I know.
handsome.
And then he had the audacity to come and be like an actually nice guy. Like, oh,
How dare you?
the worst. That's like so nice.
Mwah. And I love Maggie too.
Deflection. I don't know, Wendy. What do you think of your husband? New husband. Sorry. What do you think of this lovely man?
Oh, look at that lovely man. I mean, if this is the new husband, like, is there like a Black Widow situation? What happened to the first husband? Like, I mean,
it did.
Happy
Accomplished,
dying.
man.
That was a spooky place.
That was really spooky.
That legit was a place to, like, that was an old psych ward, right?
Prison,
for sure.
No,
Yeah, it's a prison.
prison.
I did everything I could to soften it into a mental health facility so that it didn't, so that we didn't fall into the tropes of the Hollywood psych ward where it looks like, fucking Arkham Asylum where you have like someone off there ticking like crazy and someone over there singing and screaming. It's isolation is rock bottom enough. So I just wanted to make sure to be sensitive.
Well, here you are running, and there I am.
Those cops were not going slow.
There's our little car chase.
I hope Grant can really run because I'm not going to drive slow.
Oh, this is one of the bonfire nights. Is this like one of the final nights?
No, it was right before this shoot, so it was.
Okay.
Oh God, I remember this day.
Oh my God, being
So windy
yeah
too.
here was
Gorgeous.
amazing.
And wasn't that the tallest point in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see like 5 states from the point that we're at right there.
I mean, it was kind of magical because like it was so beautiful up there, and you know, like celestial, almost like heavenly, and it felt like so fitting for the end of the movie.
Grant off screen was giving me like the saddest eyes. Like he would say his line, he would just look at me, and I was like, "This is working." Thank you, man. This is working. They do it again. And we're in the fucking clouds. Look at that, God, Jesus.
Yeah. It lends itself to having all the feelings.
That hug that we had is also just, I remember that so vividly, just ever so slightly having an out-of-body experience of this has to look amazing right now.
Yeah,
you know, like
totally.
we're actually here, we're rendering this.
This is obviously, what did you think I was talking about?
No, I thought you were joking. Or
You thought I was joking?
And cut. That was good. That was tense. It was funny. It was vaudeville. It was authentic. Look at the heartbreak on Grant and Raina's face when I say we've got it.
I was so sad. This production was a really hard one to leave, but what I'm most proud of is how we've all really just stayed in touch.
Literally, we have become family. Like there's not.
It was very special. It was special.
Right. That's all.
It was a labor of love. I feel like the whole group.
Yeah, you don't get that
came together.
It was inspiring.
I miss you guys. We have to do like a reunion.
Yeah, I miss you too.
Sequel.
And cut.
My message to the Secret Art family is just all of my gratitude and love, and I hope that they know how insanely special they all are to me, and like how insanely special that whole experience was, because I've just talked about the experience all of this interview, and that I love every single one of them.
My message to the cast and crew is I love you and I miss you, and I will see you on Secret Art of Human Flight 2.